I'm a big football fan. I've always loved football, so I grew up in the era when people were always saying, Diego Maradona is the best footballer in the world. I remember watching the 1986 World Cup and thinking, seeing him be the best player in the world. But I also read a book about his life and the amazing chaos and complexity of his life on the pitch, off the pitch. And I remember thinking at the time it would be great one day to make a film about Diego Maradona. And this was a long time ago. This is when I was still a film student. So there was always this idea that he is such an interesting, unusual, edgy character. And I think those people are always like the most interesting people for me to make a film about. There's one favourite line probably for me in the film that Diego says, and he said it very early on in one of our interviews where he said football is a game of deceit. And what I like about that is it's about football, the whole thing about football is you want to win. If you want to win, if you have to cheat a little bit, you cheat, whatever it takes to win. But there's a very Latin thing it seems about, it's one thing beating your big rival, but if you can cheat and beat them, it hurts more. So he did that with England, right? The hand of God, the handball. It's one thing scoring a brilliant goal, the best goal ever, but the one that everyone hurts, the one that hurts the most, the one that everyone remembers is the handball, not the brilliant dribble. So I think that idea of the way he played as a footballer is also how he lived his life. And so when you see the film, you realize that, that's the way he lives, Diego. He's a street guy. He does things, he never does what people expect him to do. He'll always do the opposite. So I like that line. In terms of footage, there's a particular scene very early on in the film when he arrives into the stadium for the first time in Naples. And it's like a gladiator going into the Colosseum. It's an amazing moment where the crowd are cheering. The Napoli stadium is a very unusual stadium because the walking into the stadium is under the ground, under the pitch, but you can see the crowds above. So it really is. He doesn't know where he's going, but he's going in to fight in Naples. So I like that moment, and I love the way Diego looks. He looks so cool when he's young with his little beret and his Puma t-shirt. So that's one moment. The other thing that I really like about him is just when you see him training. You see Diego with a ball, his shoelaces are never done. So he has his shoelaces undone, and his relationship with the ball is just incredible. The way he just can dance with the ball, and he is a dancer, he loves to dance. And there's just the way he has this relationship. It's like the ball is attached to his foot, but it's effortless. He doesn't think about it. It can be on his head, on his shoulder, on his stomach, his knees, his feet. And it's just amazing. You just find it very hypnotic seeing him with a ball. It's also where he's happiest. Just him messing around with a ball and training. Because a lot of his life became very pressured and stressful. And he says it in the film, the minute when everything goes away, life goes away, troubles go away, is when you're on the pitch playing football. And I like that. I like that moment. So that's probably my favorite. Young Diego with a ball, just training, practicing. So it took about 3 years to make. It takes a long time to do this editing process. But the good thing about Diego is that his life has a lot of drama. So the story is very dramatic. A lot of good and a lot of dark things as well.
史上最高のサッカー選手、ディエゴ・マラドーナ。
La cosa più grande della mia vita.
だが、歯車が狂い始める。
Mucha carga para una sola persona.
Yo aprendí que uno era Diego.
誰も見たことのない秘蔵映像とともに、誰も知らない波乱万丈な人生が明かされる。ディエゴ・マラドーナ、二つの顔。